Chapter 12. Getting cleaned up in the boba shop bathroom takes longer than intended, and by the time I get to the haha club, camp has already started. There is no braver than a comedian, and that's the truth. Think about it. We share things about ourselves that other people try to keep secret. Sad things, controversial things, even embarrassing things. For us, that's just more material for the show. Yeesh, I'm not sure what I missed earlier, but what she's saying feels wrong on so many levels. Mom and Dad raised me to hide my flaws, not broadcast them. Show your best face? What will others think? Excel and bring your family honor? These are the things my parents have etched into my brain since I was in diapers. So why do you think comics share this kind of stuff? She asked. Why do we just love to lay it all out there for everyone else to see? No one volunteers to answer. Let me ask you something. What do you do when someone offers to tell you a secret? She pauses, then leans to the side with her hands cupped over her ear. We're all about it, aren't we? Because who can resist a juicy secret? No one. I giggle, it's so true. See, comics know this and they feed off that nosiness because it's a surefire way to hook the audience. She clicks the remote control in her hands and a paused video appears on the screen before her. Let me show you what I mean. I recognized it right away. It's blurry and pixelated, but you can make out a slightly younger Jasmine opening on as the MC of the Kids Comedy Festival. It's from her website, and I've seen it so many times I can practically recite the whole thing by heart. Jasmine, how many guys of you grew up poor? Tugs on the microphone. People in the crowd hoot in response. Jasmine, I grew up poor, but the funny thing is, I had no idea. I just thought we were environmentalists. That's the way my mom spun it to us. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Taking too long in the shower? Reduce. You don't blame a drought on us, she'd say. All done with that food container? Reuse. Boom, instant Tupperware. Got holes in your clothes? Sew some patches on those jeans and recycle because of landfills. It made sense to me. Jasmine walks casually around from one end of the stage to the other and waits for the crowd's laughter to fade. Jasmine speaks. We'd even pretend to be survivalists at night. We'd set up a tent in the living room and play cards by candlelight, and just for an added challenge, we wouldn't use any electricity at all. It wasn't until I started going over to friends' houses where they didn't do any of this that I figured it out. We weren't trying to protect the planet. We were just poor. Poor people are saving the world. My mom is the true Captain Planet. Jasmine clicks the remote again, and the video cuts to black. Did you see that? She asks us. My story made you feel like I was letting you in on something real, right? Like we're good friends and I'm okay being vulnerable with you because I trust you? Whoa. See, yeah, when you share something authentic about yourself, you connect. People connect to you. And chances are you're not the only person who has felt that way the way that you're feeling. She walks slowly across the stage. When you open up, an audience will listen and laugh with you because you've gotten them to care. Her words nestle deep into the hungry cracks of my heart. Jasmine Jasper is telling me to get vulnerable, which means I need to get vulnerable. With 50,000 subscribers who love her on YouTube, it's clear she knows what she's talking about. If I'm serious about wanting people to listen to me, I have to do this. The only failure is not trying. The only failure is not trying. I grip my pen and power through, listing the first things that I think of without stopping. 1. At Winston, I eat lunch in the bathroom because I have no one to sit with. 2. My sister is way smarter and prettier than me, and everyone knows it. 3. My parents have never told me that they're proud of me. 4. No one has ever had a crush on me. 5. I wish I was really Kei Nakamura. I look over at what I've written and my eyes burn at the sight of my deepest, darkest secrets listed out on the page. It's official. I am the biggest loser in Koreatown. I blow my bangs out of my face. There's no way I can work any of this into my act. It's way too pathetic. I am staring at my pitiful list, waiting for the minutes to tick by when Jasmine's shadow falls over my page. How's it going? She asks. Fine, I fib, keeping a stiff upper lip. She sees right through my fake fine. It's hard to put yourself out there, isn't it? She sits in the empty seat next to me. Some stuff is so embarrassing that you'd rather forget it even happened, right? My stuff isn't even funny. No one wants to hear about someone having a tough time. She pats me on the back. What about a broke mom raising 5 kids by herself? That sounds pretty tough to me. My cheeks redden. I didn't mean. Listen, she says, you can find humor in just about any situation. That's why comedy can be so healing. You just have to describe things in a way that is, totally different from sometimes the opposite of what people expect you to describe it as. And I know you can do that. I know you can. Then she says something outright that makes me blush. Because you are original, and that's the best kind of funny. Is she serious? Me? You really think so? Absolutely. Just remember, you have a unique point of view. There's only one Kei Nakamura. Well, two, actually. Technically. You have to believe in your story and your choice and your voice. She winks at me. Once you've got that figured out, you're going to bring down the house. I can't wait to see what you come up with for the showcase. Your parents are going to be so proud of you. Her words sink into me, filling me with brightness and hope. For a moment, I dared imagine how that would go. But first, I have to convince my parents to listen. But first, I have to convince my parents to listen with the one thing I can count on to get their attention, my education. From now on, I'll have to study extra hard so I can ace that stupid SSAT test. I'll do whatever I have to prove to mom and dad that I can get good grades and do comedy at the same time. I don't need to go to a fancy school like Winston to ace standardized tests or get accepted into a prestigious college. Psh, I don't even know if I want to go to a prestigious college. I have to prove to them that I can do things my own way. Yes, the hair stands up on my arms, straight up. This just might work. For the first time since I started camp, I feel a bolt of confidence shoot through me. A storm of thoughts spiral around my rack as I rack my brain. I don't know exactly how I'm going to pull this off. All I know for sure is that if I want a shot at going to Pam's, I have to get it all right. I open to a blank page of my notebook and start plotting the details of Operation Show My Case. Operation Show My Case. Whom? Mom and Dad. What? Trick mom and dad to come see me perform at the Haha Club Camp Showcase. When? August 13th. Where? Haha Club. Why? So they'll see my passion and talent for comedy and transfer me to Pam's. Step 1. Trick parents into going to the showcase. Step 2. Perform my best material at the showcase. Step 3. Ace the SSAT test. Step 4. Pam's. Ask mom and dad to let me audition for Pam's, and they'll say yes because it's free and because of the showcase. Live happily ever after. Me. Want to hear a joke? Me. What's a Korean parent's favorite pastry? Me. The honor roll. A plus. Me. Come on, that was funny. Me. Me. Yuri, you can't give us the silent treatment forever. Me. I know you secretly miss me to pieces. Me. Hello? Me. You're really going to keep ignoring me? Me. Fine. Be like that then. Those were her thoughts as she said, me. All right, chapter 13 is coming up next time. Let's see what happens. Getting to the climax, I believe, of the story. Hello, everyone. It's Miss Man, your Learning Center Specialist, and we are on Chapter 13 of Stand Up, Yumi, Chung by Jessica Kim. Hopefully, you're enjoying the story, and like I said, we're starting to get to the climax, the main event of the story. Here we go. Felipe, Sienna, and I are hanging out in the Haha Club lobby after Jasmine dismisses us from camp a little early. Hey, are you going are you going to the nursing home field trip with Jasmine tomorrow? Yep, I'll be there, Sienna says, uncapping a purple Sharpie. Sounds fun. Felipe says, me too. What about you, Kay? Now that I know that they're going to be there, I'll have to find a way to go. I just haven't figured out that part yet. I'll try to make it. Suddenly, Felipe's phone goes off. Hey, do you know what day it is? He bounces his eyebrows up and down and doesn't wait for us to answer. Today is the day of the new Beetleman comes out, he says with his jazzy hands. Who's that? Sienna looks up from her elaborate flower designs as she's drawn across the front of her Converse. He draws back in disbelief. You don't know who Beetleman is? Sienna shakes her head. Nope, never heard of him. I'd never heard of them either, I say, and from the sound of it, I'm not sure I want to. Beetles are basically my least favorite living thing, and I'd be totally fine if they all went extinct. A man-sized beetle? I don't know if I can support that. Still, I'm kind of curious. Then you guys haven't lived. Come with me, friends. Allow me to introduce you two to the wonder that is Beetleman. I check the time. I still have 15 whole minutes before I need to meet Mom at the library parking lot. Sure, why not? Felipe walks into the comic underworld. Oh my God, Beetleman looks exactly like Felipe, right down to his long sideburns and curly hair and everything. Why didn't you tell us you were the star of a comic book series? Sienna holds up the issue right next to his head and shows the side-by-side resemblance. It's freakish. My eyes bouncing back and forth, I admit. Felipe, he's your doppelganger, I say. He studies the picture with new eyes. No way, I'm much better looking. Spurred by Felipe's find, Sienna starts digging through the bins with the same fervor as my mom plowing through clearance racks. I wonder if they've got one that looks like me, she says. I doubt they'll have an Asian girl one. I pick through a box on a low table. They never have anything Asian. Even the Japanese manga bin is filled with mostly blonde-haired, huge-eyed girls. Out of nowhere, there's a gasp from behind me. It's Sienna. Her eyes meet mine, and she lifts a comic book with both hands slowly. Look, she whispers. Felipe pivots on his heel and says, What the? Under his breath. My jaw drops. You're Chameleon Girl. What kind of sorcery is this, Felipe? She asked, slipping through the pages. I mean, what are the odds we'd both find superheroes that look just like us? Chameleon Girl had gotten some freckles, big hair, and long, skinny limbs, and on top of that, her superpower is the ability to change colors to blend in with her environment. It's uncanny. That's it. I plow back into my bin with a renewed sense of mission. I've got to find mine, too. I know. Felipe scoots over a few rows and rifles through the stacks until he finds the one he's looking for. Here. He hands me a comic book from the anime section. Sienna watches me for my reaction. I burst out laughing when I see a busty ninja girl wearing a tight kimono and brandishing a huge samurai sword on the cover. Not even. She's not me. She's Japanese. Geez, why does everyone always think all Asians are the same? I thought you were Japanese. Felipe gives me a funny look. Nakamura? That's a Japanese last name, right? The tip of my ears burn and my mouth goes dry. Yes, it is. You're right, I force a chuckle. My name is Japanese, and so am I. Yup. I continue instantly recognizing how stupid I sound. What I meant was I.K. Nakamura. Though I am of Japanese descent, I am not a ninja. Yes, that's what I was trying to say. And I'm not really a chameleon, Sienna says with pursed lips, smiling. my steamy hot pile of phoniness from a mile away. Or Beetle. Felipe thumps through his puffed chest and then winces through. Come on, let's get going, Felipe says, like he's trying to change the subject. My dad will be here any minute. We head outside just as Mom's tan minivan pulls into the parking lot between the library and the comic book store. Honk, honk. She rolls down the window and unlocks the door. Ready to go? Yep. I hope against hope that she won't ask about my new friends, but at last her eyes immediately zero in on them. Who are your new friends? She looks them up and down from behind her oversized aviator sunglasses. This is Sienna and Felipe. I don't need her knowing any more about them other than that. Hello, they say at the same time. Nice to meet you, Miss Mom, I blurt out, cutting Felipe off before he has a chance to finish. I'm hungry, like really hungry. Like, what are we having for dinner? Bibimbap? I hate to use Mom penchant for feeding me against her, but I'm desperate. Felipe shoots me a look that I can't quite read. Mom's face brightens. I can make for you if you want bibimbap. Bibimbap. The kind with the long brown stuff? I open the car door and hop inside. Okay, but we have to go to Korean market then. Mom said, suddenly distracted. We are out of Grosina Mall. She checks the time on her phone. Oh, we should hurry before too much traffic. Nice to meet you, kids, she says before she puts the car in reverse. Bye, I yell to them, raising the window as fast as I can. Whew, dodged a bullet there. As we're pulling away, Mom asks, why did that boy call me Mrs. Knock? I answer quickly, oh, that Knock probably means friend's mom or something like that in Spanish. He's bilingual. Mom nods slowly as she drives. I can't tell if she's buying it or not. Those kids are students at Winston? I do not remember their faces. Shoot, what should I say? I can't tell her that they're from Winston. Knowing Mom, she'll try to look them up in the student directory to snoop. No, I know Sienna and Felipe from Hagwon. Hagwon? Really? Yumi? Really? Those kids go to a Korean Hagwon? Mom looks at me warily with one hand on the wheel. Yes. My heart is still pounding, but I have to go with it. What other choice do I have? Haven't you heard? Mrs. Pack has been recruiting kids from the middle school to peer tutors. It actually sounds halfway convincing the way it rolls off my tongue. She selects only the most advanced kids with top grades and pays them to tutor us in study groups. I close my eyes and inhale deeply for effect. I hope I get to be a peer tutor someday. Maybe if I study extremely hard. My delivery was downright advanced. Mom's eyebrows do that furrow thing. They must be such smart kids if Mac pays them to work at Top Hagwon. Yeah, they're already learning trigonometry. I don't know why I added that. That was no need. Trigonometry? Mom's head tilts to the side. She pauses a moment. You should hang around those kids, Yumi. Maybe they can help you with your work, and you can join the advanced group too. Actually, while I have her on my good side, I might as well push my luck. Felipe and Sienna invited me to do some volunteer work with them tomorrow, visiting the people in the nursing home, the one near the library, for community service. Really a great on college applications. Can I go? I like that idea. I can drop you off before work. Perfect, I say, practically pinching myself. That was way easier than I thought it'd be. Uh, Much better to help the seniors than waste time with that comedy nonsense. Mom elbows me teasingly. I see you are growing up and making mature choices. Thanks. I drop my head back on the car seat, and guilt gnaws at me from the inside. I don't know how much longer I can keep this up, but I have to. Just until the showcase.